Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. In this video, we're going to make a boat. I've never done it. It should be relatively easy from what I've seen, just pretty limited, but it shouldn't be too difficult. We'll only be making a little small one anyway. But this base is not enough. We need an actual proper place with water and stuff. So let me just... Oh, here we are. Here's the new upgrade to the base. It's just a simple dock and a bunch of water so we can test this boat and actually use it a little bit. So as far as I am aware, the boat will work similarly to the plane. Probably asking, how does that work? Well, we'll be using these propellers to move the boat around. As far as I'm aware, I don't know if there's really a better way to do it, but that's the way I know, or that I've seen. So yeah, I guess we'll be using this slightly smaller dock because, well, we don't need one of the bigger ones for the moment. So let's go ahead and get ourselves some andesite casings and a ship helm, which we might not do for the moment. Actually, we kind of need to. Never mind. So we're just gonna make a small little platform here. It doesn't have to be big for the moment. Can put the ship helm down. We should float. Maybe not. We need like this, I think. It's just so we stay above water. I mean, technically now we can already have it. We already have a boat. That's gonna be the end of the video. I'm just joking. We can get rid of these. This does float on its own. We might still need to use these later though. Ideally not. But we basically are gonna want propeller bearing. We need some sails. I'm gonna need a creative motor. Just to show kind of what's gonna be happening. Okay, this thing's going crazy right now. This is gonna be okay. There we go. We're just gonna have some of this stuff. Now we have a propeller here, and we're gonna need another one, like something like this. It's gonna be a bit annoying here. Let's just get a gearbox real quick. It's gonna need a gear shift, a clutch, and another one of these. So if we just unpause this now, just if we could stop bouncing this much, we just do this. Let's flip this the other way. Let me just take it out to the... Can it stop bouncing so much? Oh my god. I didn't think this would be this annoying to do. Okay, maybe we need to make it a little heavier. Or just a floater block. Just make it better. You see, it's moving here. And if we do this, we can start turning. If we change this rotation, we'll go the other way. And that's pretty much the entire controls of the boat. Doesn't really need anything else. That's pretty much as far as that goes. I'm sure there's other ways you can do it with like a, I think it's called a rudder or something. I'll put it up on the screen where it's kind of like a little thing in the back of the boat that kind of controls the movement. That's how it's done in real life. But of course this is Minecraft and it's not going to work that way. But yeah, that's the general idea of this. So I guess that's pretty much everything here, right? Of course, I'll make an actual engine and stuff to put down here and hopefully make it not bounce so much. But yeah, so now I actually have to make the shape of the boat and everything. Get an engine in, get these in the correct positions and stuff, and work with the controls and all that. And then that's pretty much it. Alright, so I've done quite a bit of work here. The balancing is still not quite right with this boat, but I'd say the shape of it and everything is pretty much as good as it's gonna get. And the bouncing will, be changed later anyway. For right now, I have some gold ore in there because it was kind of like the perfect weight to kind of balance it out. Although now that I'm looking at it, it seems to have settled back to being straight. So we probably have to put something heavier back there. But we'll deal with that later because I still have the entire engine to put into there. But this time we'll be using this compact engine because as far as I'm aware, these don't really take much of any stress, if any at all. Like, I don't think we're gonna need a lot of stress to move these around, and it's gonna be a relatively low speed anyway. Might even have to lower it. But yeah, because this boat's kind of small, I had to do a little bit of stuff with this. So we will have one of the propellers kind of sticking out at the bottom, which is fine. It's at the bottom. So whatever. It might stick out slightly up here at the top. If it does, it doesn't really matter. I'll just maybe put something here anyway. But because of how this will work, I do actually need to get rid of like this block here, just so I have space. Unless I move all this over by one. I don't know how well that will work. I might do that. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, I need to get the engine in now and get all the controls, put in all of the blocks in here, and then boat's basically finished. There's not really much else to do here. So yeah, I'll just take this out of the water and kind of rip through the bottom here and get an engine fitted in and all that. Alright, so I've got some controls in, but it's a little interesting, let's just say. So this, you know, you can go forwards, you can go backwards, you can go left. It's a little weird like that. You can go right as well. But the problem is, if you do both at the same time, there's not enough stress to do both at the same time. But there's not really much I can do about that. I don't really think I have the space in here unless I move this forward by a block, I guess. Maybe I'd have enough space for a bigger engine, but honestly I think it's probably fine. I wish there was like a horizontal speed controller or something, or like in a one block thing, because then, you know, it'd be a lot easier to set up. Yeah, and also if this, we have this here to stop the engine from running entirely. We can press it again and it shouldn't break necessarily. The only time it will break is if somehow we don't have enough gasoline in here, but we should, no matter what. But if we don't, we have this crank wheel here. We can use that to manually jumpstart the engine if we wanted to. If we just sit in here, so you can go ahead and turn, we can go forwards. It's not the fastest thing, it's not the most controllable thing, but it's a working boat. And if it was bigger, I'd definitely be able to make it better, but it is just kind of small. But yeah, all that's left now is just actually fill in the copycats and make it look nice, and then we have a finished boat. Okay, so that's pretty much it. It looks pretty bad. It's similar to like the plane. I'm sure I'd get better at it. I don't usually build vehicles though, so it's kind of what turned out. But I got the kind of slope-ish thing kind of working out a little bit. I could probably tweak it to have this up slightly higher, this up even more, but I'm sure it's fine. So yeah, I can just go ahead and sit down in here. You can go for a swim, I suppose. Yeah, you can see the thing moving there, but it's, you know, probably fine. Yeah, so I've made a proper working boat. Once again, it looks pretty bad, but I don't know how to build these types of things, so that'll have to do. Well, yeah, that's gonna be it for this video, pretty much. There's not really anything else to do. It's probably really short. I've kind of been pretty busy and stuff, so I couldn't really do anything. And yeah, so I hope you enjoyed. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.